Hi, I'm back. Uh, this war was against New Nation's second war this season, and people asked, so this one's I'm gonna be talking about like BGs, like how I think. Like I'm not gonna pretend I'm a good strategist because I'm not. Like I just picked the top champions really, but I'll tell you what I like do think because I think I'm pretty decent at it. So I'll just share what I think anyway. Like you can take what you want from this. I'm not saying I'm right. Anyways, so because people ask me to backseat a lot, and one of the reasons I don't really like, I'm not really good at that is because I don't know your deck. Like, if I want a backseat, one I have to know your deck, and by know your deck, I don't just mean like know the champions. I have to know like the composition, if you get what I mean. Like, I had to be comfortable, like knowing your deck's like weaknesses and strengths and whatever. Like I'm comfortable with my own deck. Like I know it inside out, basically every season. But yours not really. Like mine. I'll say I don't really care. I don't have sub counters. That's my weakness. So like I have to play around that really. I think usually I just ban Captain Britain because don't really have counters, and then Dark Phoenix because she's always always banned. Sorry, and the third is usually just someone specific to the meta. Uh, but yeah, and then so obviously that's the next part, bans, because bans are important. If you get the bans that can not only cripple, okay, not cripple because they're 9 times out of 10 they're gonna be a whale, so it won't really cripple them per se. But if you get the bands that like help you out, like you gotta think about them as a player. Like if you okay, so I like higher tiers. You play tip more often than not the same people, so their bands are more often than not gonna be like similar to what they banned last time. So if you can like hack what they ban, you can like try to work around that. You get what I mean? Um, yeah, that's that. Anyways, and then it's drafting. So with drafting, like I said, I usually just pick my top champions, but not all the time. Not all the time. Like, for instance, last mile, Kate. If you see Kate, you got to pick her, obviously. Not all the time, obviously, but you know what I mean. You you wanna pick your like. It depends on who's obviously drafting first. Let's say you're drafting first. I don't really care who drafts first, to be honest, but obviously there is an advantage if they draw no not they yeah if they draft first, because one, you get to draft reactively. So what I mean is you can see who they draft. So let's say the first draft they get Serpent. You're gonna know, okay, right, I had to pick a Serpent counter. I think need to get a Serpent counter. And you can draft accordingly, obviously. And then what they're gonna do, chances are, they're gonna try and split your attackers. So let's say you have Kushala. They picked Serpent, you got Kushala next pick, because you're very lucky. They get Danos. So what you need to recognize is now you need another counter, otherwise you're fucked, basically. But let's say on the off chance you don't get another counter, even with a reroll. This is where like whoever places first or second comes into play. Now here I think there's a little bit of variation. Like me personally, I like when they place first in the first round, because it gives me a chance to like decide what I want to do, as if I want to end it in 2 rounds or if I want to go all the way to 3. So let's say I didn't get a serpent counter, right? And they're placing first. This is good for me because usually they play serpent for some reason. What I say is if you're in their shoes, so you've caught them without a hard counter to a defender, don't place that defender first. Try win the first round without it, so you can guarantee a win, if you get what I mean. But anyways, let's say they don't place it first. Oh, sorry. Let's say they don't place it first. Let's say they place a random other defender that you do have a counter for. So let's say it's like Jack the Onslaught, right? So let's assume a standard meta, so nothing's boosting damage, nothing's hindering damage. You want to place someone. Okay, what I do is I like to gamble a lot. It's my style. You may not like it, you may, but you want to place someone, a defender with like equal value. Like you want like it's a similar. When I say similar value, I mean like the matchup, like the points that they can acquire is going to be similar to yours, and then you want to try like edge it out over them. But another strategy, I guess you could like place a really low value defender, just like really guaranteed, not really, no, yeah, low value defender. Like let's say you only had two proper defenders, and then you had like a fucking who is it? Arcade. I mean, he is a defender, but like he's kind of shit nowadays. So I'd say he's a lower value defender. So let's say you had him. You could place him down to try bait out one of his like good champions. Let's say he has a Thanos. You could try bait it out. If he doesn't, then oh well. But you could still win the round. Is basically what I'm getting it to. And that's why when I'm drafting, I usually just like say to myself, attack a defender, or like both, so I can get like an even split. So I want 3 attackers, 3 defenders, and then 1 duel for like flexibility. And yeah, obviously do your fights well. That's the main part, really. Like, it's just Battlegrounds is just you. It's kind of like chess. When I'm like pattern recognition. So over time, like the more you play, the more comfortable you'll obviously get with your deck. Obviously your deck's going to improve, there's going to be changes, but the overall like structure of your deck shouldn't really change much, like progressively, because you're not going to be making like 10 rank ups a day, you know, unless you're a fucking whale. If you're a whale, just draft fucking really. And if you're not, like me, hopefully this helps. Maybe it doesn't, I don't know. But it all comes down to you, like, mindset also matters, I guess. Like, I say to myself, if I'm not liking my draft, right, I'll say, okay, I'll play, like, objectively the best I can in the matchups I get. And if I lose still, and their matchups are like piss easy, I wouldn't take it too hard. I'll just say, oh, okay, nothing I could do. But like, yeah, just play the best you can, so you don't have yourself to blame if you do lose, because you're obviously gonna lose games, because drafts you can get cocked by drafts very easily. And sometimes there's nothing you can really do about it. Just got to suck it up. But that doesn't mean you should give up, because you can't always, like, it's not like a draft is completely hopeless, you know? Like, you can still do stuff. It's about, like, strategizing. Like, throw rounds, you know, gambling, like races, mirror matches. 9 times out of 10, though, people don't really fuck with mirror matches for some reason. But I like mirror matches. It's fun. Because even in mirror matches, there's still going to be variation. Like, let's say you're using Onslaught. Like, how many neuros you're going to get? Or if you fight Nick, like, is he gonna fucking walk up, light you, and end your day? Because he does that a lot, and I fucking hate him. He's probably in my top 5 most hated defenders. It's coming even more prevalent now that he's a 7-star, but he is fucking annoying. I'd have a DPX. If I had a DPX, maybe I wouldn't mind fighting as much, but it's fine. I have a Gene, but I still fucking hate him, man. Yeah. Let me know if that helped. If it didn't, sorry. I don't really know what else to talk about. Like, just, oh yeah, watch the good players stream. So, like, you can know matchups, because knowing matchups is also a big part. Because then, like, there's niche matchups, obviously. So, if you know more matchups that work, you are less likely to, like, roadblock yourself in the draft. You get me? Like, you know more. So, like, if you draft someone, right? Let's say you draft someone not reactively because you draft first, and they draft someone, you know who they can do. So, like, oh yeah, also forgot to mention, when you look at your attackers, look at, like, how many of their people they can take. Like, so how versatile they are. Because the more versatile they are, the less likely you are to get split, if you get me. So, let's say one attack of mine can do all 3 of theirs, but another one can only do one. Then you got to save that one for the matchup it's best at, you know? So it's kind of like that. Yeah, that's that. Hopefully it helped. Bye.